So now that you've watched the SMART goals video, you have a much better idea about the characteristics of a good goal. So let's go ahead and open the goal setting template and let's talk about a goal. All right, now for my example goal, I've decided to formalize something that I've been working on for years now and not making a lot of progress, which is probably because it wasn't formal in a plan. So if we take a look at the goal setting template, it again goes over what is a SMART goal and gives what I think is a pretty good detailed description. And one thing I want to point out is under specific, not only is it clear, it's a very, very clear goal, but it's also one that is reasonable and attainable. You have to make sure that the goal that you're trying to set for yourself is not something that is unrealistic. You can't go get a PhD in 6 months. You can't go be a doctor. It takes years and years. So it has to be something that's reasonable. All right. Now, that said, the goal that I'm going to be showing as an example is to earn a CNC machinist certificate at De Anza College. This is something that I've taken several classes on before. I went to the De Anza College website. I went to their certificate program and opened it up. And this is the certificate I'd like to achieve. Now, like I said, I've previously been working on it. There is 4 classes required for this, and I've currently taken 2 of them, DMT 80 and DMT 84A. I have not taken 84B or DMT 90. And like I said, it's been a stagnant goal. So what I want to do is kind of jumpstart it by writing this stuff down, by taking a look at it regularly, and essentially formalizing it. Now, I went ahead and I filled out the template here. And as you can see, my goal is to earn that certificate of achievement, but I put a date to it. I put a time constraint, which is really, really important for our goals, because if we don't put a time constraint, and chances are we're just going to kind of not hold ourselves accountable for it. So I put essentially a year from the end of this quarter. Now there's 4 quarters at De Anza. I'm sure I can get those 2 classes at least once during that time. So what kind of potential obstacles will I face? One is the course offerings. They're probably only going to be offered 1, maybe 2 of those 4 quarters. So I have to make sure that I'm identify it and I sign up for it right away. Number 2 is time conflicts. De Anza's pretty good about offering these classes at night, but they're, like I said, probably only going to be offered once. So I need to make sure that on those days I can clear my schedule to actually achieve that. All right. So what does my action plan look like? Well, number 1, I have to find when those classes are going to be available. So every month I need to check the schedule for the new schedule release so I can identify when that class is going to be offered. I can register for that quarter and I can take that class. So I'm going to set that as the first of every month. And essentially the measurement is a yes, I did it, no, I didn't do it, and actually created a spreadsheet to show the timeline. Yes, I already did it for April, and then I'm going to do it in May, and I'm going to check May off, and essentially all the way until that June 2021. So going back to the template here, my second action is enroll and pass in DMT. So that depends on completing number 1. So I know when the class is offered. 2 is enroll in it, pass it. The time I'd like to have that done is no later than January 1st. And I need to get a C or better in order to get in order for it to count towards the certificate of achievement. The same thing goes for the second class I need. I'd like to have that one done by April. And again, a C or better. And the last thing is I know I'm probably going to have some time conflicts. So I need to find someone that's willing maybe to go to a meeting or 2 for me so that I can go to class, because I know just as an adult, as a teacher, that's something that's going to pop up. And that's the reason why that we try to identify our potential obstacles to completing our goal, because if we can plan for them, there's a much greater likelihood that those obstacles will not keep us from achieving those goals. So at this point, go ahead and start writing